So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another series of Lichfield and Tamworth Chamber in Focus. It's great to have Mike Dale, Managing Director here from Crown Highways, based in Burntwood. Mike, how are you? You okay?
I'm very good, thank you, Chris.
Good. We were just talking that you're in the office today and looking forward to the Christmas break in a few weeks' time, and how hard your staff have worked, which we'll come on to in a moment on a few things. So from me, I head up the chamber in Lichfield and Tamworth. And my name's Chris Brewerton. We work obviously extensively with many businesses across the area in Burntwood, in Lichfield and Tamworth, and obviously for our upcoming Sutton, Lichfield, Tamworth and Cannock Chase Awards is another area that we're really promoting and encouraging businesses to engage with. We have Mike here from Crown Highways, who have got a really good history with the award dinners from a winning point of view, but also from a sponsorship point of view, which has really helped us put the awards on over the years. So the Crown Highways will be sponsoring the Lichfield and Tamworth Awards again this year, that section of the award, which is great. So thanks for that, Mike. But first and foremost, just really wanted to really just put a bit of a spotlight on Crown for the next few minutes and really talk about your links and your history with Burntwood, with the local area, with the business community, and obviously you as a business. So I suppose first and foremost, we can't talk without mentioning COVID-19. Obviously, your business has works, in perhaps a different area to some chamber members in terms of the highways aspect of your work. So just give us a bit of an insight into how you've worked as a business during the COVID-19 crisis, and how your staff have really responded to that.
Sure. So we're incredibly fortunate that we've been able to continue the works that we've been doing. Government invested heavily in transport. We were carrying out works on the M5, the M6 during the day, which is unheard of. During the first lockdown period, there was obviously no traffic on the road, so it made sense to be able to do highway improvements. And our guys worked all the way through the period. But like I say, we're incredibly fortunate because there's lots of other companies out there that haven't been able to carry on during these tough times.
There must have been a different shift pattern to normally putting out the cones and getting everything ready at 10 o'clock at night, as opposed to 9 a.m. in the morning when it's normally a rush hour.
Well, it's great to work during the day. You get longer working hours, plus there's less safety risk during the daytime rather than working at night in the darkness. So it's definitely benefits for our working. But as we've eased out of lockdown and over the coming months, we're generally back to where we were. So is what it is.
Yeah, so it is, yeah. And you mentioned the safety aspect, obviously something that the Crown I know, very proud of and very keen to work, and vital in your industry is that safety aspect. Just give us a bit of an idea of how perhaps COVID has affected that, but the ongoing requirement, obviously, from a safety point of view.
Yeah, so at Crown, we're very proud of our safety record. We've won Gold ROSPA awards for the last couple of years on our safety management systems. COVID presented lots of challenges to us, i.e. the correct PPE, social distancing around site, making sure guys on site still wash hands, and those sorts of things. We worked to specific COVID site operating procedures, so we were able to work safely for a number of clients. Just different initiatives, working with other companies, because we were all in the same boat at the end of the day. So we actually did talk to a few other local organisations and think, you know what, let's, rather than try and conquer this on our own, why don't we join together and have a little bit of an alliance? And we were able to share PPE, share opportunities around the network of where hotels were open, because obviously some hotels were closed during the first period. So it was key because our guys were still needing to work overnight and things like that. So lots of sharing within the highways community, definitely. And it's benefited all of us.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. And you mentioned that sort of community, link that you have as a business, not only to the highways industry, but also locally in Burntwood, where you're based. Just give us a bit of an insight into the history, I suppose, with that engagement and that support.
Yeah. So it's great. We love to support the local area. Company was formed in 1994. We're in Chasetown, just outside Burntwood. We employ 130 people delivering highways improvement schemes, not just in the Midlands, but across the UK. We help within the local community. We sponsor Chasetown Football Club. All of the adult and the junior kits will have Crown Highways along their chest, so it was very proud for us. Only last week we erected the annual Christmas tree on the Burntwood roundabout, assisting the Rotary Club to do that. We've actually designated more recently a community pot from within the business where local organisations can bid for money for good causes. So it's something that we like to do as that. And obviously we're now sponsoring the Small Business of the Year for Lichfield and Tamworth Awards as well, which is, we've been chamber members since 2018, and we've been hopefully quite good members in that time as well.
Yeah, it's been huge pleasure to work with your team over the years, and I know links to various sort of people within the chamber, Paul Faulkner and Gary Birch, to name two of our sort of senior relationship manager, and obviously our chief exec. I'm a Hensford Town fan, so I won't mention Chasetown and the history too much, but I know Chasetown as a non-league team have had some great successes over the years, and has brought some great support to Burntwood, if not Hensford Town. But we won't go into the rivalries around that. But no, it's good to hear, and as you say, those Christmas lights and those areas, I think, really shows that support to what you do. And you mentioned about those charitable areas. Just give us a bit more information around that, as terms of how people can apply and how that's been sort of rolled out.
So we just decided that we do quite a few different initiatives within the region, and we kind of thought, well, it's difficult to keep doing every other one, or to say yes to someone, no to someone else. So it would be a good idea if people could write to Crown Highways and say, do you know what, I've got this little initiative. It will make a massive difference. These are the benefits of it. And so people can email Crown Highways at info@crownhighways.co.uk. If they've got a good idea, something we're likely to support, then we'll have a Teams call or a Zoom call, and we'll see what we can take it from there.
Okay, that sounds great. And we'll certainly share that across our channels as well. And I suppose moving on to the awards again, you mentioned the sponsorship of the award, which is much appreciated. The history, I know your previous winners as well, and we took part in a webinar with yourself about that sort of advice to businesses in terms of how winning an award can really help your business internally and externally. Just give us a bit of an insight into that and your experience of that.
Yeah, so I mean, from our experiences, has been nothing but great. To be fair, we're lucky to be awarded Lichfield and Tamworth Business of the Year in 2018. We quickly followed that up with the main awards at the Greater Birmingham Chamber of Commerce with the Excellence in Technology and Innovation Award, and then earlier this year we won the Large Business of the Year award for Lichfield and Tamworth. So it's been really good for us. It's great to get exposure to other chamber members. It's great to put an award win on your social media, on your website. You can have a little email footer, which you guys send out as well, which just raises the profile of the organisation. It's also great for some of the evidence for some of our industry awards and tender submissions as well. People like to see award-winning companies, and especially it's especially proud to us because it's more community and locally based awards as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as a business,
we're a massive fan to support the chamber, definitely.
Okay, no, that's great. Well, I think that's a good way to end proceedings, Mike. And I say I really do appreciate your support. And I know myself and Chris Plant, who looks after the sort of Cannock Chase Chamber, and so too Gary and Paul and all the team at the Chamber ahead of the awards, which are taking place on in January, on the 28th of January, online this year, of course, not at the Belfry, but I think still we're through the application process as we speak, and there's been a really good level of applications and some new businesses getting involved as well, which is great to see, and some no doubt challenging your previous crowns and successes, pardon the pun, on the award side. So Mike, it's an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for getting involved again as always, and yeah, we look forward to hearing more about your charity things happening in the next 12 months, and best of luck. Thank you.
No, it's great. No problem. It's great to talk, and good luck to all the different organisations and people that have put themselves up for an award in January. Fingers crossed. And not everyone can win, unfortunately, but when you do win, make sure you celebrate.
Love it. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you.